A topic that a lot of people tend to have problems with are percent increase and percent decrease questions, but they're not that difficult, so we're going to go over a couple of them and see if we can get the hang of it. First one. If rapper Old Dirty Whopper sells 20 albums in the first month and sells 25 albums in the second month, what was his percent increase? First thing you need to know whenever you're doing a percent increase or percent decrease problem is the formula. One formula is the amount of increase over the original amount, or you could also say the increase over the smaller number. It does the exact same thing. Remember your formula. Amount of increase over original amount or increase over the smaller number. So for Old Dirty Whopper, he sold 20 albums in the first month and 25 in the second month. So we're going to find his percent increase. So ODW had 25 albums in the second month. Subtract that from the 20 albums in the first month. Leaves 5 albums. That's his amount of increase over the original amount, or the smaller number, which is 20. So 5 divided by 20 just leaves 0.25. Remember, when you're going from a percent, from a decimal to a percent, you have to move your decimal over 2 places to the right. So 0.25 becomes 25%. So his percent increase was 25%. Next question. If MC Nicki McNugget sells 30 albums in her first month and 16 albums in her second month, what was the percent decrease? First thing you do is go to your formula. The amount of decrease over the original amount, or the decrease over the larger number this time. Notice there is some differences with percent decrease. It's the amount of decrease over the original amount, or the decrease over the larger number this time. So for MC McNugget, she sold 30 albums in her first month and 16 in her second. So that's a difference of 14. So we're going to say 14 over the original amount, or larger number in this case, which is 30. So 14 divided by 30 gives us 0.467. Remember the rule? You have to move 2 decimal places to the right. So it becomes 46.7%. The main thing when you're doing a percent increase and percent decrease is to remember the rule. Let's do another problem. If Nerlens Noel has 4 blocks in Game 1 and 7 blocks in Game 2, what was Nerlens' percent increase? Remember the formula again. It's the amount of increase over the smaller number. So I just wrote increase over smaller to abbreviate it for you. So Nerlens, he had 7 blocks in his second game and 4 blocks in his first game. So 7 minus 4 leaves 3. 3 over 4 is 0.75, or 75% was the percent increase for Nerlens Noel on blocks. One more question and we should be through this. You'll have the hang of it, I believe. If Archie Goodwin scores 17 points in the first game and scores 10 points in the second, what was his percent decrease? Formula is the decrease over the larger number. Remember that. And then decrease over the larger number for percent decrease. So Archie had 17 points in his first game and 10 points in his second. So 17 minus 10 left us with 7. 7 over the larger number 17 leaves 0.411, or 41.1%. Hope this helps clarify some of the percent increase and percent decrease problems that we've been seeing. Hope this helps.